am from NTR Government Degree College for Women, Mahbub Nagar. My name is K. Manjula, lecturer in physics. Today our topic is properties of inertia and Euler equations and its applications. Okay. In the last class we have discussed about the relation between angular momentum and moment of inertia. So today we studied about properties of inertial tensor. Okay, here there are so many properties of inertial tensor. One and important one property is inertial tensor is a symmetric. Inertial tensor is a symmetric. జడత్వ భ్రామకము సౌష్ఠవ ధర్మాన్ని పాటిస్తుంది అని చెప్తాం. ఎందుకు అనంటే here we can write I mu v is equal to I v mu. From the equations in previous class, Ixy is equal to, we have to write minus summation mi xi yi. It can also be written as Iyx. So Ixy is equal to Iyx. Similarly, Iyz is equal to Izy and Izx is equal to Ixz. Here xy is equal to yx, yz is equal to zy, zx is equal to xz. So it can say that it satisfies the symmetric property. Inertial tensor satisfies the symmetric property. Okay. Next, second one, we can define xyz axis in the body in such a way that the products of inertia I mu v are 0 for all mu comma v. Such axes are called principal axis of inertia. Now, the description of this case requires only three components, Ixx, Iyy and Izz. They are expressed as Ixx can be Ix, Iyy can be Iy and Izz can be Iz. Now, the tensor I can be written as I is equal to Ix 0 0 0 Iy 0 0 0 Iz. Okay. Next property, for a sphere all the three axes are symmetric. We can say that for a sphere గోళం విషయంలో మనకు xyz 3 యాక్సెస్ సౌష్ఠవ ధర్మాన్ని పాటిస్తున్నాయని చెప్తాం. ఎప్పుడు Ixx is equal to Iyy is equal to Izz అయినప్పుడు, ఆర్ Ix is equal to Iy is equal to Iz అయితే మనము గోళం విషయంలో మూడు అక్షాలు xyz అక్షాలు సౌష్ఠవ ధర్మాన్ని పాటిస్తాయి అని చెప్తాం. ఓకే. వెన్ the sphere satisfies this condition, Ix is equal to Iy is equal to Iz, then such a body is called spherical top. Such a body is called spherical top. Next, another property, if Ix is not equal to Iy, is not equal to Iz, then the body is called as asymmetric top. It is when the three components are not equal, then it is called asymmetric top. Okay. Next, another property, a body for which Ix is equal to Iy and Iz is equal to 0 is called a rotor. And another one, body with cylindrical symmetry, the axis of the cylinder may be taken as principal z-axis and x and y-axis are symmetrical. Then Ixx is equal to Iyy and Ix is equal to Iy. Okay. Any rigid body other than that having cylindrical shapes and satisfying above equation is called a symmetrical top. Okay. ఓకే, ఏ దృఢ వస్తువు అయినా సరే మనకు సిలిండ్రికల్ షేప్లో ఉండి IX = IY అనే ప్రాపర్టీని సాటిస్ఫై చేసినట్టయితే దాన్ని మనము సిమెట్రికల్ టాప్ అని చెప్తాం. ఆ సిలిండ్రికల్ షేప్ని సిమెట్రికల్ టాప్ అని చెప్తాం. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ అనదర్ ప్రాపర్టీ, కన్సిడర్ ద solid body rotates about one of its principal axis. One of its principal axis means z axis. Then we have to write omega z is equal to omega, and omega y and omega y and omega x is equal to 0. Now Lx is equal to Ly is equal to 0 and Lz is equal to Iz into omega. Here we have to write L is equal to I omega. When x along xy axis omega x and omega y is equal to 0, then we have to write the equation only along z axis. Then we have to write Lz is equal to Iz into omega. Okay, here Lz and omega have the same direction. Rotations about the other principal axis given similar. Okay, similar results. Okay, in general we have to write L is equal to I omega. Okay, these are the properties of inertial tensor. Okay, understood? Next topic, Euler equations. This is a many important question for long answer.
Many more.
Okay, now we have to find the Euler equations of a rotating rigid body. Okay, first of all we are considering a inertial frame of reference fixed in space. Okay, here we are first of all considering inertial frame of reference fixed in a space. The motion of rotating body in a chosen inertial frame of reference at a fixed in space. Then the torque and angular momentum L, torque tau and angular momentum L are related by the expression tau is equal to dl by dt. In previous class we are discussed about this equation, tau is equal to dl by dt. Okay, now the motion of the rotating body may also be considered when the axes are attached to rotating body. As these axes are rotating with rotating body, this constitute a non-inertial frame with respect to the axis fixed in the space. We can transform the equations of motion of rotating body from body coordinates means non-inertial to space coordinates, that is inertial. Okay, this can be achieved with the help of the equation. This is called Hungry operator, that is d by dt at space is equal to d by dt at body plus omega cross dash. This means in this we have to transform the equations of motion of rotating body from non-inertial frame to inertial frame. Okay, non-inertial frame to inertial frame using the Henry operator. హండ్రీ కారకాన్ని ఉపయోగించి మనం అజడత్వ నిర్దేశ చట్రం నుంచి జడత్వ నిర్దేశ చట్రంలోకి భ్రమణం చెందుతున్నటువంటి వస్తువు యొక్క సమీకరణాలను రాయొచ్చన్నట్టు. దాని ప్రకారం మనకి ఇక్కడ హంగ్రీ ఆపరేటర్ని ఈ విధంగా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాం. అంతరాలం, స్పేస్ మీన్స్ అంతరాలం, d by dt ఎట్ అంతరాలము ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు d by dt ఎట్ వస్తువు ప్లస్ ఒమేగా క్రాస్ డాష్. ఇక్కడ బ్లాంక్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఆ బ్లాంక్ని మనము ఏ ఫిజికల్ ఆపరేటర్తో అయినా మనము ఫిల్అప్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అంటే మనకి ఏది అవసరమో ఆ ఆపరేటర్ని తీసుకోవాలి. మనకి ఇక్కడ యాంగులర్ మూమెంటం L తీసుకుంటున్నాం. ఓకే, యూలర్ ఈక్వేషన్స్లో మనకు హంగ్రీ ఆపరేటర్లో మనకు ఎల్ని సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకే, దెన్ దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్ బికమ్స్ dl by dt at space is equal to dl by dt at body plus omega cross L. Here blank with filled up L. Okay, blank is filled up with L. Okay, here omega is the angular velocity of rotating frame. Then from equation 1 and 2 we have tau is equal to dl by dt plus omega cross L. From equations 1 and 2 we have to write tau is equal to dl by dt plus omega cross L. Okay, here L refers to the rotating frame. If the body is symmetric, its axis of rotation coincide with the principal axis of symmetry, denoting the body axis as 1, 2 and 3 instead of x, y and z. To make them general, the motion around one axis of symmetry as scalar can be expressed as tau 1 is equal to dl by dt plus omega 2 L3 minus omega 3 L2. Here in equation 3 we can substitute in xyz axis respectively. We have to write tau 1, tau 2, tau 3. Along x axis we have to write tau 1, along y axis tau 2, along z axis tau 3. Similarly omega and L also, xyz axis respectively we have to write omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, or omega x, omega y, omega z, lx, ly, lz and tau x, tau y, tau z ఎట్లా అన్నా రాసుకోవచ్చు. 1, 2, 3 అన్న రాయొచ్చు, లేదంటే xyz యాక్సెస్ రెస్పెక్టివ్లీ tau x, tau y, tau z, omega x, omega y, omega z, lx, ly, lz అట్లా ఏ విధంగా అయినా రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, నౌ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఇన్ ఈక్వేషన్ 3, in equation 3 we have to find out first of all omega cross L. Okay, so we have to write omega cross L is equal to, in determination form, ijk, in vector form of omega is I omega 1 plus j omega 2 plus k omega 3. So we have to write ijk coefficients of angular momentum, so omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, and coefficients of ijk coefficients of L or L1, L2, L3. Now we can determine the value of omega cross L in this way. Okay, now from equation 4 we have to write, when we are substituting the value of omega cross L in equation 4 we get tau 1 is equal to I1 into d omega 1 by dt plus omega 2 I3 omega 3 minus omega 3 I2 omega 2. This is in the form of L is equal to I omega, and it can be written as tau 1 is equal to I1 into d omega 1 by dt plus I3 minus I2 into omega 2 omega 3. Here take common omega 2 omega 3 last two terms, then we get I3 minus I2 into omega 2 omega 3. Okay, similarly scalar component equations along second axis and third axis. So we are considering the equation 5 is along x-axis. Similarly we have to write the equations along y-axis and along z-axis. Okay, so along y-axis we have to write tau 2 is equal to I2 into d omega 2 by dt plus I1 minus I3 into omega 1 into omega 3. And along z-axis we have to write tau 3 is equal to I3 into d omega 3 by dt plus I2 minus I1 into omega 1 omega 2. So these equations tau 1, tau 2, tau 3 along x, y, z directions we have to write the equations 5, 6 and 7. Okay, next these equations 5, 6, 7 equations are known as Euler equations of rotational motion of a rigid body fixed at one point. Okay, so these equations can be written in xyz axis, be expressed by tau x, tau y and tau z. Already I said 1, 2, 3 is taken as xyz, Then the equations, Euler equations can be written as tau x is equal to ix d omega x by dt plus iz minus iy into omega y omega z, and tau y is equal to iy into d omega y by dt plus ix minus iz into omega x omega z, and tau z is equal to iz into d omega z by dt plus iy minus ix into omega x omega y. Okay. So, the above equations can be written in the following form. For symmetry, for symmetric property, the above equations can be written in this manner also, that are tau x is equal to ix into d omega x by dt minus of iy minus iz into omega y omega z, and tau y is equal to iy into d omega y by dt minus iz minus ix into omega z omega x. Tau z is equal to iz into d omega z by dt minus of ix minus iy into omega x omega y. Okay, these are the three equations of Euler's in xyz axis respectively. Okay, now the applications of Euler equations. Here two applications of Euler equations: conservation of energy and conservation of angular momentum. First one is conservation of energy. Okay, what is conservation of energy? What is conservation of energy? Shakti Nityatva Niyamam. So, when the torque applied on the body is zero, then the kinetic energy of the body is constant. This is known as conservation of energy. Okay. Then we have to write, let the torque tau is equal to 0. Now we have to substitute tau is equal to 0 in Euler equations. We get the equations I1 into d omega 1 by dt plus I3 minus I2 into omega 2 omega 3 is equal to 0. Similarly, equation 9 and equation 10 can be written. Now, when tau is equal to 0, we can show that energy is constant. Then it can satisfy the conservation of energy. Okay. So, these three equations 8, 9 and 10 are multiplying by omega 1, omega 2 and omega 3. Means 8 is multiplied with omega 1, 9 is multiplied with omega 2 and 10 is multiplied with omega 3, and adding both equations we get I1 into d omega 1 by dt into omega 1 plus I2 into d omega 2 by dt into omega 2 plus I3 into d omega 3 by dt into omega 3 is equal to 0. Okay. Here this equation is multiplied and divided by 2, then we can get 1 by 2 into d by dt of I1 omega 1 square plus I2 omega 2 square plus I3 omega 3 square is equal to 0. Here we have to write d by dt of all terms, x, y and z direction terms. So it can be written as I omega square is equal to, we have to write generally k is equal to, we have to write half I omega square. Here I omega square is equal to, we have to write 2k. So it can be written as half d by dt of 2k is equal to 0. Here 2 get cancelled, dk by dt is equal to 0. When dk by dt is equal to 0, k is constant. Okay. When tau is equal to 0, here energy of the rigid body is constant. So it satisfies the conservation of energy. This is the first application of Euler equation. In the same manner, another application is conservation of angular momentum. Here also, when torque tau is equal to 0, the angular momentum must be constant. Okay, then it satisfies the conservation of angular momentum. Okay, in this case also we are substituting the value of tau is 0. Then when we are substituting the value of tau is 0, That equations are multiplied by first equation multiplied by I1 omega 1, second equation multiplied by I2 omega 2, and third equation multiplied by I3 omega 3 respectively, and adding we get I1 square into d omega 1 by dt omega 1 plus I2 square into d omega 2 by dt omega 2 plus I3 square into d omega 3 by dt omega 3 is equal to 0. In this case also we have take common d by dt of three terms, d by dt of I1 square omega 1 square plus I2 square omega 2 square plus I3 square omega 3 square is equal to 0. Okay. Here I omega is equal to L. We have already known L is equal to I omega. So we have to write d by dt of I square omega square is equal to, we have to write L square. So d by dt of L square is equal to 0. And L into d L square, d by dt of L square is equal to 0 means differentiation of L square means 2L into dl by dt. Here 2 to get cancelled. We have to write L into dl by dt is equal to 0. Okay. Here dl by dt is equal to 0. Okay. When dl by dt is equal to 0, L is constant. Okay. dl by dt is equal to 0 when tau is equal to 0. So L remains constant in magnitude. So angular momentum is conserved. We have said that angular momentum is conserved. So this is the application of another application of Euler equations. Okay, these two, conservation of energy and conservation of angular momentum, are the applications of Euler equation. This is the most important question for long question, Euler equations and its applications. Okay, thank you.